Hey everyone, welcome back, and I hope you had happy holidays. So, the last episode we talked about using our senses to describe what we observe. This episode, we're actually going to get our hands a little dirty. So far we've talked about just observing, using our eyes and our other senses, and this time I want you to use another sense, your sense of touch. We have also been focused on adding pictures or sketches, but what about adding actual objects? I have some rules, and I want to talk about them, but let's talk about some items that would be appropriate to add to your journal. So, feathers or fern or leaves, maybe even some moss or helicopter seeds or berries. Just make sure you don't eat any of these things. Some of those berries may not be too good for you. You're also going to look at, when you're looking at objects to put in your journal, think about what's actually going to be feasible. So, is a rock a good idea or a pine cone? Probably not. They're not going to stay in your journal very well, and there's a very good likelihood of them falling out and losing them. Stick with things that can be kept easy. Leaves are always a great choice, so try and look for different kinds of leaves and maybe some that have different textures. The other thing that you can do is when you collect those leaves, you can do a leaf rubbing, or you can also do a bark rubbing. One of my favorite things to do, which you can see on the bottom, is to try and mimic the leaf on the page. So fold the leaf in half or cut it in half, and continue the veins and the textures yourself with a pencil on your page. This is going to give you a general idea of how leaves change and how they're different from one another. And plus, it gives you an option to use your imagination a little bit. So I want you guys to kind of get outside, especially while the weather is kind of nice right now, and collect some of those leaves, and maybe you'll find a cool feather or something like that. Just make sure you're not taking something that's actually being used by an animal. You don't want to take someone's nest or something like that, so don't do that. And I hope you guys can get outside and find some cool things. I will see you next time.